the Atlanta Falcons have done a very smart thing to add to their roster and trade for Matthew Judon. It's a third-round pick, and I understand a third-round pick, you can say what you want with it, but I'm going to tell you why it actually is really, really smart, because they already used a third-round pick to find Judon's eventual replacement. So we're going to talk about how Matthew Judon fits on this roster, why it was so smart to go and get him. We're talking time, we're talking place. All right, it just makes sense for what the Falcons are trying to do this year and next year. So the age of Matthew Judon honestly works really, really well and how he fits into this roster. But first, let's talk about how they just got him. All right, this is hilarious. Judon's Instagram right now, he switched it to location Mercedes-Benz Stadium where the Falcons play. I think that's absolutely hilarious. All right, he's ready to go. All right, Judon has had a roller coaster of an offseason. All right, he skipped organized team activities. That's not the end of the world, all right? Holding out during the early days of training camp before the Patriots reworked his deal, increasing his guaranteed money from $2 million to $14 million, basically making it fully guaranteed, all right? Last year, he only appeared in 4 games. He was injured, all right? Now, in those 4 games, he had 4 sacks, which if I show you the last few years of his career, he's getting better with age. He's like a fine wine. All right. He's now up to 66.5 career sacks. All right. So is he okay? Are you going to have to give him a contract extension if you are the Falcons? Because you don't want this to become a Hassan Reddick New York Jets fiasco. So here's what he said. He was doing the hold in, which was really unique. I don't think he wanted to get hurt, so he wanted to decrease his chances of getting hurt. Here's what he said. All right, entering the final year of his deal, he said, they asked if he would play on his contract. His response, honestly, I have to. I got to, honestly. Again, like I signed a deal. My signature's on it, so I gotta play on it. Would I like to? No. Do I think that's my value? No. But again, that's not up to me. So here's the question. Is it his value? All right. Is a $14 million contract or whatever it is, and I will absolutely pull it up so you can see his contract right now. All right. Because so far, as of recording this, there is no share of like, oh yeah, here's what he's going to be playing on. All right, that's not what it is. All right, his cap hit this year is $14.675 million. That's what he is getting. This is the last year of his deal. All right, he signed a 4-year, $54.5 million contract with the Patriots back before the 2021 season. So 2021 to 2024. That deal was coming off the 2020 season. All right. In that season, in 2020, all right, for Baltimore, he played 563 snaps. There were some injuries. He had 6 sacks and all that kind of stuff. He had shown beforehand that he had some skills to get to the quarterback. In 2019, he had 10 sacks. In 18, he had 8. In 17, he had 9 sacks. And his rookie year, he had 4. But when he went to New England in 2021 and 2022, when he was healthy, when he was playing almost 900 snaps, which is a very large number for a defensive end. In 2021, he had 14 sacks. In 2022, he had 17 sacks. The problem with him is that he has unhealthy seasons at the most inopportune times. So last year, he only plays in 4 games. He gets 4 sacks. All right? That's pretty darn good. I'm not going to argue with that. All right? But it's only 4 games. And they have to wonder how much is left in the tank for the 31-year-old. By the way, he turns 32 very, very soon. All right, like today. As I'm recording this, this is going to be released tomorrow. He will turn 32 years old. So he's 32 years old. He was a 5th-round pick. As I like to say, the pride of Grand Valley State. Guess who went to Grand Valley State University? This guy, me and Matthew Judon. Now, I'm older than him, so he wasn't there when I was there. He graduated in 2016, and I was done for like 6 or 7 years at that point. But still, it's like we're basically best friends, right? Me and Matthew Judon hanging out. So why is this so smart for the Falcons? If the Falcons want, they can extend him another year. All right, that would make some sense. I don't have a problem with that. When you look at what the Falcons are working with, all right, you look at the talent that they already have on the edge. You have Lorenzo Carter. How many sacks did he have last year? 3. All right, you have James Smith-Williams. He had a sack last year. Now, these guys aren't old, 28 and 27. They're not young either. Then you have Arnold Ebiketie. All right, he was your most efficient edge player last year with 7 sacks, at least from a pass rush standpoint, but he was not doing much in the run defense, and I understand that, all right? So what else are you looking at? You drafted Braylon Trice in the 3rd round, so you give up a 3rd-round pick for Matthew Judon, so now you have a guy like Braylon Trice out of Washington who has the skill set to be a good player. He absolutely has the skill set to be good. His last 2 years with the Washington Huskies, he was rated by PFF as one of the best edge pass rushers. He had a pass rush grade of 90.8. On true pass rush grades, it was a 92. He defended the run at a high level. He played over 900 snaps. He was durable. All right. He just was on the other side of Latu. So he was a very good player as well. Maybe not with the elite physical traits as Latu had, but a good player. Went all the way back to the 3rd round. So now you come in, you bring in Matthew Judon, and he is able to help guys like Ebiketie, right? Arnold Ebiketie, who's not old. He was a 2nd-round pick in 2022. You have Trice, and you now have Judon. So all of a sudden, what was not a strength becomes what could be a top 10 edge unit in the NFL. And you're doing that at a time where you have a quarterback in Kirk Cousins who you're saying, we want to win now in the next 2 years, and then we're going to reset our salary cap, and we are going to roll probably with Penix. All right? Maybe in 2 years, maybe in 3. Because Penix you have for 5 years on that rookie contract. So all of this makes sense. If you have the money to do it now, do it now. Right? If you want to throw some money down the way, kick the can a little bit on a contract extension so you get him 2 years, but you do a void year or 2 at the end, you can do that because you're going to have to pay Ebiketie eventually in a couple of years, and you're going to have to, but you're not going to have to pay Trice for 5. So you're sitting here. They now have someone good to watch, and it helps you win now. This move helps you win now and move later. If you get to watch greatness, it helps you become great. It doesn't matter what position you're at. When you get to see somebody else and their craft and how they do it, it's there. And Matthew Judon isn't this guy who is always just this natural beast. All right, he comes out of a small school. He had to learn how to do it, and I think it'll be really, really good for this team in the immediate and not. If they weren't already a huge favorite to win the NFC South, this just cemented because now all of a sudden this defense is much, much better. All right? When you look at what this has, all right? We wondered, all right? Corner. What are they going to do with the second corner? All right? I don't know, but they got Bates in the back end. They were looking good on the inside with Grady Jarrett and Onyemata. And now when you put Judon on the outside, all of a sudden it's like, dang, here we go. Now we've got a defense to match this offense, and it's time to roll because we got our quarterback, and we're good to go. All right, that's why the Atlanta Falcons just outsmarted the rest of the NFL. They went from being, they're a pretty good team in a bad division to, they're a team that's probably going to win that division to, wait a minute. Do we have to take them serious as a contender? And they did it in one offseason. All right, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy all the content. If you like this for more Falcons content and other NFL, we just love the NFL here, please hit that subscribe button so you can have updates on when we're doing videos. And hopefully we'll see you the next time we do some content. See you.